Hello guys and welcome back to the channel, thanks for tuning in. So today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the PowKiddy RGB30. I know there's been a lot of reviews and a lot of videos on this actual device. I've been wanting this device for a while. I got it in the white color as you can see here. And I'm just going to check it out, let you guys know whether it's worth your money. The device itself cost me £68 to the door. So inside the box you get the device itself, a USB Type-C cable and also some instructions which I never really check, but they are good to have there just in case you need to check them. Let's have a look around the device itself then. So it does feel nice in the hand so far. Obviously I haven't tested it out yet. So the top here is showing you the micro HDMI out, so you can play on the TV, power on, power off, and also the reset, volume up, volume down. And at the bottom here we do have the USB Type-C OTG, two memory card slots, one for the operating system, one for the games, and also your charging port there as well, also a headphone jack. So these buttons do feel nice and clicky on both sides, which is nice to see. And also these face buttons, or rather action buttons, do feel good as well, but we'll check those out shortly. I do like the placement of the actual thumbsticks too. So let's get right into it then. So I'm not going to play every single system on this actual gaming device, and the reason for that is because this is a 1:1 aspect ratio screen, so it's mainly for stuff like Sega Genesis, your Super Nintendo, NES, Game Boy, stuff like that. So we'll check out some games from those systems rather than checking out all the other games from the Game Boy Advance and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I will check a Game Boy Advance game out just to show you, but to start the video, we'll just, show you some normal stuff. So here you do get some good art, and also you do get a little video of each game, which is nice. And I've got a few games here in my favorites that I'm going to show you. I'm not going to show you every single game, but I'm going to show you a couple of games. So the first thing that we're going to start off with is Chrono Trigger, and we're going to have a little play about. And straight off the bat I'm going to tell you and be honest with you that this D-pad is not very good, which is quite a shame because I really wanted to play Chrono Trigger on this actual device. But anyway, let's bump the volume up and let's give you a quick speaker test. Okay, so let's put the volume down so I can continue with the video. So like I said, the D-pad is not very good at all. It might be good for Street Fighter or something like that, but for games like this where you need the directionals to be on point and accurate, it's not very good. So yeah, it feels, I don't know, it just feels like it's getting stuck somewhere or something. I don't really know. But you can always use the thumbstick and the thumbstick works fine. But for a game like this, I would have really preferred a decent D-pad because that's how I originally played this game. And it would have been good to have a nice D-pad to just have that nostalgic feeling to go with this beautiful screen. I mean, the screen, I can't fault itself. It is a really nice screen. Anyway, so keeping it moving, let's play some Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, because gotta check out those directionals. I'm actually hoping that the D-pad works better with a game like Street Fighter. But let's see. So trying to pull off some moves here. So the Hurricane Kick comes out nice and easy. Let's see if it's able to do the Shoryukens and the Hadoukens. I'm struggling to do a Dragon Punch. To be honest with you, the input seems to be off. Yeah, I'm not liking this D-pad. I'm really not liking this D-pad. And to be honest with you, that's why I stopped actually reviewing PowKiddy stuff way back in the day when they first started making these little handheld consoles, because their D-pads were really bad. And Ambernic were pretty bad too, but they've kind of upped their game now. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame, to be honest. It's a big letdown because I was really looking forward to this device, and not to play Street Fighter. I don't really like to play Street Fighter on these handheld devices unless the D-pad is really good. But yeah, I wanted to play some good RPGs, especially Chrono Trigger. I was really looking forward to that. But yeah, the D-pad is a letdown. But again, at least with Chrono Trigger and games like that, you can actually use the thumbstick, and the thumbsticks are very decent on this device. So at least you've got that, well, at least it's got that going for it. But yeah, D-pad, if you're looking for a good D-pad, you're not going to find it on this device, unfortunately. Quite a big letdown, to be honest with you. But aside from that, I mean, it's comfortable. It doesn't hurt the hands. It's nice and curved. My hands and my palms, it feels really nice. Nice and snug. But yeah, the screen itself, I know I've mentioned this before, but it's really crisp. I really do like this screen. Oh, there you go. Managed to pull off a Dragon Punch. I didn't actually mean to do it there, but yeah. The shoulder buttons at the top are nice and easy to reach, nice and clicky. So yeah, I mean, overall, for the price, don't forget guys, you're getting a decent device. You can't have everything for that price range. So it's actually quite decent. So yeah, let's keep it moving. Let's try some Golden Sun. I'm not going to change the aspect ratio. I just want to see what it looks like in 1x1. And actually looks really decent. It doesn't look bad. Obviously, you wouldn't play this type of game on the screen like this. You'd actually change the aspect ratio, which you can do from the settings. But I just wanted to show you that it does actually work and it does actually look decent. And I won't actually mind playing it like this. Well, I don't know. I'd have to play it for a while, but it looks decent. And next we'll try Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo, which is a classic game. This play is really good. Again, I'm not liking the D-pad. You know, you need to be precise with a game like Mario World because you need to be turning left and right. You know, you got to be really sharp. And your reflexes got to be really good. And if you've got a D-pad like this, it's going to kind of get in the way and hinder that experience, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm kind of finding it difficult to be able to maneuver from left to right. Yeah, I know I keep mentioning the D-pad, but wow. A real big letdown. PowKiddy, you've been making these devices for a long time. You should have upped your game and your D-pad should have been down by now. You should have had a nice D-pad and it should have been perfected by now. I think you've made that many devices. If you're listening, PowKiddy, come on, step up your game with the D-pad. Everything else is fine. It's just your D-pad. Nice screen, nice buttons, comfortable device. I like the ergonomics. It's good quality as well. It's got a nice, decent heft to this device. It's not cheap or... You know, you can tell it's got good quality materials all around. The plastic itself is not cheap. It's kind of like, it's decent. And like I mentioned, it does have a nice weight to it as well. So it's just a D-pad that just lets this device down so far. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. You can always use a thumbstick, I guess. But yeah, let's check out the viewing angles. The viewing angles on the screen, obviously the camera doesn't really pick it up. It looks nice on every angle. You can't really tell because the camera's, you know, making it look a little bit washed out, but that's not the case. Again, the build quality, as you can see, is nice. I like the comfort of it. I really do like that it's got these little curved corners. And it feels nice and comfortable in the hands. They're not sharp, they don't dig into your palms or anything. It fits nice and snug. I really actually like the device, the way it fits. But these buttons, yeah, don't really like these janky buttons that really wobble and shake. Reminds me of the old Ambinic devices, they used to do that. But yeah, keeping it moving, let's play some Golden Axe. That music just really takes me back, way back in the day. So the nostalgic factor is here in this device if you're really into that kind of stuff, which I really am, if you can't tell. So yeah, this type of game actually plays really well. So if you just got directionals going up and down, I mean, it's okay. It's not the best, but it's doable. So it does feel a lot better than the other games that I've tested so far. So these types of games I think are going to be fine. Like if you've got games like Final Fight, you know, these side-scrolling beat-em-up type games should be fine. So yeah, I mean, it just depends. I think this type of game, if you're wanting to play like these old school arcade games, should be fine on this device. I'm not trying to slander the device in any shape, way or form, and I did pay for this device myself. PowKiddy did not send it to me. So yeah, everything that I say, my opinions are my own. I do like the way this device handles itself in terms of emulation. Emulation seems to be fine. It's just the D-pad lets it down. So emulation is not really going to matter when you can't actually control your character very well. I mean, not to say it's that bad, but it is pretty bad. On these types of games though, I mean, like, it's okay. It's actually decent. You can have a bit of fun. And you've got that leeway because you don't have to be so, it's not so taxing when you're trying to like move left or right really quickly. So you got a little bit of time to relax and move nice and slow with the character. So it's fine for that type of game. Anyway, let's keep it moving. So the next game we're going to actually try is Final Fight. This is one of my old school favorite games and I have to try it out because, you know, takes me way back. One of the first games that me and my brother actually played on the Super Nintendo after Street Fighter 2 was Final Fight. And one of the first games my brother actually got for the Game Boy Advance was Final Fight 1. And it's one of those games that just sticks into my head, so I have to check it out. And to be honest with you, works fine. This is decent as well. The D-pad works fine because you're not, you know, it's not really a fast game. It's a nice slow paced game. And you can have a lot of fun with the directions and stuff. So it's fine for these type of games. So next up, I'm going to do my own Contra test, but I'm going to do it on Contra 3. So as you can see, the character moves with the slightest, you know, movement of the D-pad on the down. So you don't really want that because that goes to show that the D-pad is not functioning like it's supposed to function. But it's playable, it's doable. If you be really accurate and precise with the D-pad, it's going to work fine, and you're going to be okay, and you're going to be good to go. Again, Contra 3 is one of my old school favorite games as well. Me and my brother played this a lot, and we completed it together. Well, big bro died, and yeah, I had to finish the game. But again, legendary game. So my thoughts on the actual system itself, I do like it. For the price range, it's perfect. It's just the D-pad that lets it down. The thumbsticks, the ergonomics of the buttons, the screen itself are really nice. I can't fault it for that. And again, it's pocketable, it's nice, it's portable, and you can play some old school classics on it. And for that reason, I would totally recommend it. Don't, discard it just because of the D-pad. The D-pad is only bad for certain games. For other games, it's fine. So that was it, guys. That was my review of the PowKiddy. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Leave some comments in the comment section down below. And I'll catch you in the next video. Stay safe and peace.